Hello, friends. Wonderful greetings of the day to all of you. I hope you all are doing amazingly well in your respective lives. So, here I, Kunal Nagpal, would like to take an opportunity to welcome you to an amazing session wherein we are basically going to discuss and analyze how the increasing trend of digitization is actually leading to the restructuring, remodification, and reshaping of the overall existing framework of the emerging markets and the developing economies. So, dear friends, as all of us are aware that our economy, uh, Indian economy, is actually being appreciated, rather being applauded by the international agencies like the IMF, World Bank, and United Nations, along with along with the major developed nations and the developing nations, that our performance in terms of the overall strategic leadership and the overall management skills with which we have been functioning and operating in these times of global uncertainties and great amounts of sensitivity, or global turmoil, whose intensity is actually increasing with each passing day, right? So, in comparison to our peer countries, so as shown by the statistical reports of the international agencies like the IMF, or the Bill Gates Foundation, it's been stated by them that we have been outperforming our peers in terms of the overall stability of an economy, or the overall functioning of the economic indicators. So, my dear friends, in order to keep this pace going on, we need to address these global issues which are existing, right? That is the ongoing COVID pandemic. Then there's a Ukraine-Russia war, which is intensifying with each passing day, hence leading to the supply chain disruptions, food shortages across various economies of the globe. Along with that, the slowdown in the Chinese economy, and the growing enmity across various nations in the world. So, along with this issue, we also need to address other two concerns as well while formulating, designing, and implementing the strategies in every sector of the economy. And these two issues, which also need to be addressed, are the growing trend of digitization, and actually then this other issue is sustainable development goals. Correct? About sustainable development goals, we had a discussion in the previous session, which I would again like to elaborate. That is, we need to give paramount importance to all 17 sustainable development goals while incorporating, while actually formulating, implementing the major strategies across all sectors of an economy. So, coming back to today's topic, that is how fintech is actually predicted to create financial revolution in the banking sector. As stated by the Prime Minister, fintech is actually expected to create intensive financial revolution in the Indian economy. So our respected leader, Sri Narendra Modi ji, said the economy of any country, be it a developed country or be it a developing economy, so the economy of any country is actually as progressive as its banking system is strong, and that fintech would actually lead to a financial revolution. That is the overall stability of of an economy of a country is actually directly proportional to the strength of the banking system of that particular country. Hence this particular balance would lead to the financial revolution. Therefore, the banking sector today has actually become a medium for good governance and the overall good prospects for better service delivery. Modi ji said, adding that digital banking units, that is the DBUs, will further accelerate financial inclusion and therefore enhance the overall banking experience for the users, that is the end users. As all of us know, that the ultimate goal is to satisfy the end user, right? And keeping in view the ongoing trend of digitization, we need to incorporate digital banking units into the banking sector of our country, thereby creating the development of the financial inclusion. Helping us to fulfill the goal of financial stability and to enhance the overall experience of the end users as far as the banking sector is concerned. And this is the basic essence for the holistic development of the economy of our country. Here, I would also like to quote that Narendra Modi ji's 8 years in his South Bloc, that is since 2014, when he actually assumed the responsibilities of the office, that he has actually marked the reformist measures such as demonetization, then implementation of goods and services tax, that is GST, then insolvency, and actually this code of bankruptcy and real estate regulation and the Development Act. These are the main reformist policies introduced by our respected Prime Minister Sir since he has assumed the responsibilities of such an honorable office, right? He further states, if Jan Dhan accounts had laid the foundation of financial inclusion in the country, then fintech would actually form the basis of the financial revolution. So dear friends, as all of us are aware that change is the law of nature, and the only thing which is constant is change. So that's what is stated here. That is, Jan Dhan accounts laid the foundation of financial inclusion. Now moving ahead, as we realize the paramount significance of the ongoing trend of digitization in order to stay in the industry and make massive massive developments with time, we need to upgrade our existing technology with this digital trend. Therefore, fintech would actually be the basis of the financial revolution. That is the next step, right? So he quoted this while actually dedicating 75 digital banking units in as many districts in the country. These DBUs, that is these digital banking units, are actually the brick and mortar outlets that provide the facilities such as account opening, balance checks, fund transfers, fixed deposit investments, loan applications, credit and debit card applications, and tax and bill payments, etc. Here he has basically told what is the basic concept of the DBU, that is the digital banking unit. What all benefits we can expect from the digital banking units, which will finally contribute towards the financial revolution, towards the creation of the financial revolution in the Indian economy. Modi ji further attributed India's sustained economic growth to the efforts of the current government to replace pre-2014 phone banking with digital banking. That's the main essence, to actually replace the traditional banking system with the digital banking system, right? So that's the need of the hour. So banking today has gone beyond financial transactions and has also become a medium of good governance and actually better service delivery in order to satisfy the end user. So, my dear friends, now it is not merely a business of actually engaging into the financial transactions. Now banking plays an immensely important role to a much greater extent. That is, now it is a medium of good governance and actually better service delivery. That's what we stated in the beginning of the session. That what is that the strength of the banking system would actually contribute to the overall functioning of an economy, right? So that is the overall economic growth of a particular country is actually directly proportional to the strength of the banking system of that particular country. So so basically, why did we say so? Because today banking is playing a very prominent role in the society. That is, now it is a medium of the good governance and actually it is a medium of the better service delivery. Further stating, prior to 2014, that is, if we talk about the era existing before 2014, that is what was happening 8 years ago, bank executives actually used to get the phone calls that directed the manner in which they functioned. But now the Narendra Modi ji's led NDA government, as all of us know, which came to power in May 2014, that has been working very hard towards upgrading this particular traditional banking system. So, what are the various reasons which forced us, or which basically convinced us to introduce this present technology of fintech? What is the basic reason? Here we discuss. Phone banking politics had made the banks unsafe and made the country's economy insecure by sowing the seeds of thousands of crores of scams. That was the major issue which had to be addressed, right, in order to prevent the public interests. That was the basic reason, right? Yes, we understand the ongoing trend of digitization, which we need to address while formulating, designing, and implementing our strategies. But right, that is important, as stated by us in the session when we began our session. But along with that, what is the basic reason, right? What is the basic cause which also played a prominent role to actually accelerate the development, right? In this particular sector, that is, we needed to address the scams. We have to we don't we not only have to reduce those scams, we have to erase them from their root level. So for that, we need to go digital. So he further stressed that the government had transformed the system with complete transparency as the main focus. That's the need of the hour, to maintain transparency, accountability, and all principles of corporate governance. He said that the government had actually expedited the resolution of bad bank debt with the Insolvency and the Bankruptcy Code, that is the IBC. So by identifying the non-performing assets, that is the NPAs, lakhs of crores of rupees had been brought back into the banking system. This is our success, which we have been able to attain. That is, lakhs of crores of rupees had been brought back into the banking system by identifying the non-performing assets. We recapitalized banks, took action against the willful defaulters, and reformed the Prevention of Corruption Act, he said. See what all benefits we have been able to reap by going digital, right? See, this is what we want as public, that if our leaders are transparent with us, this helps to build more and more trust into the government, right? The Prime Minister said a new self-driven mechanism has been created for the banking system through new initiatives such as the DBUs, that is the digital banking units, about which we have discussed, and the innovative use of the fintech. There is much autonomy for the consumers. There is also the same convenience and a complete transparency for the banks, he said. I repeat, there is much autonomy for the consumers. There is also the same convenience and this transparency issue which we need to address in this banking sector. The Prime Minister said his government had taken banks to the people, in contrast with the ways of the past when it used to be the other way round. This is the best sentence. The Prime Minister said his government had taken the banks to the people, in contrast with the ways of past when it used to be the other way round. So, my dear friends, that's what we want from our government. That is to be transparent and to reap the benefits of the existing system so that we get benefited the most, right? That's what the role of the government is, and that's what the expectation of a common man is. And for this particular purpose only we elect the government, right? We have given top priority to ensure that the banking services reach the last mile, he said. That's the essence of the true visionary strategic leader whose overall strategic thinking pattern is for the benefit of the common man, leaving no stone unturned to help the country, to help each resident of the country benefit at the best possible level. The Prime Minister urged small business owners from villages to shift fully to the digital transactions. He also asked the banks to help connect 100 merchants each to go totally digital for the benefit of the country. I repeat, the Prime Minister urged small business owners from villages to shift fully to the digital transactions. He also asked banks to help connect 100 merchants each to go totally digital for the benefit of the country. My dear friends, our population, so the population of our country is actually residing in the rural areas. That is, the majority of the population of our country is residing in the rural areas, nearly 60% rural population, right? So he is making his full efforts to reach to every possible citizen of the country. I am sure this initiative will take our banking system and economy to a stage which will be the future ready and will have the capability to lead the global economy. He said, "See, with great conviction and confidence, he is putting across, not only putting across, he is implementing those plans, and we are able to see those plans, and we are being appreciated at the global level, at the global level for our extremely extraordinary strategic leadership pattern, right? The results are showing where we are heading, right? So, the combination of technology and economy has helped in eliminating the digital divide as well as corruption, he said, adding the government has transferred 25 lakh crore rupees directly to the beneficiaries via the direct benefit transfer, that is DBT scheme. This is the next milestone we have been able to achieve. That is we have been able to transfer 25 lakh crore rupees directly to the beneficiaries via the direct benefit transfer scheme. So the digital economy today is a great strength of our economy, of our startup world, of Make in India, and of self-reliant India, he said. Yes, my dear friends, this is the real essence of the theme which we have been propagating from last so many years, that is Atmanirbharta, which was the basic essence of our Amrit Mahotsav as well. Like we have completed our glorious 75 years of independence of 15th August 2022. So this was the basic essence to attain Atmanirbhar Bharat. So this statement tells us a lot. That is, the digital economy today is a great strength of our economy, of our startup world, of Make in India, and of self-reliant India. Here, I would also like to mention that if we target the startup, if we actually target those segments of the society who are engaged in this startup sector, we would basically create wonders for our economy. So various VCFs, that is the venture capital funds, have been initiated, and the youth of the country is actually encouraged to engage in the startup sector. So our respected leader further said, another installment under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, that is PM Kisan scheme, will be transferred on coming Monday. Under the scheme, 6,000 rupees per year is provided to the eligible farm families, payable in 3 equal installments of rupees 2,000. So actually referring to the move to launch a digital currency based on blockchain, the Prime Minister said, be it digital currency in the coming times or digital transactions in today's time, Apart from the economy, many important aspects are associated with them. Hence, speaking on the occasion, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharamanji said DBUs, that is the digital banking units, will enable the people who do not have a personal computer or even a smartphone to access the banking services digitally without the need for paper documents of any kind. This is the basic advantage a common man can have of this emerging technology. Even if a person is not possessing the personal computer, or actually even if he doesn't possess the smartphone, even then he can access the banking services digitally. What else does a common man want? Even then he can access the banking services digitally without the need of the paper documents of any kind. So, as part of the financial year 2023 budget, the finance minister had announced the setting up of 75 DBUs in as many districts of the country to actually commemorate 75 years of India's independence. That's what we actually quoted. That is Amrit Mahotsav. That is, as India has completed glorious 75 years of its independence. So, introduction of the 75 DBUs is actually the major milestone we have been able to achieve. So, this was today's session wherein we have discussed and analyzed in detail the main milestones we have been able to address as a result of the effective strategic leadership, which addresses the issues with the great presence of mind and with great perseverance, which is actually the need of the hour, and it's the true ingredient, the true basic ingredient of the exemplary leadership any country aspires for. And this is actually the need of the hour in today's times, wherein we are basically thinking of diversification, continuous diversifications, wherein other economies in the existing world of today are actually struggling to survive these tough times. We are not only self-sustaining, we are not only being being able to self-sustain ourselves. We are also able to diversify ourselves, expand our international trade with various renowned economies across the globe, develop friendly relations with our friends, with our peer countries. Along with that, we are also diversifying at a very rapid rate. We are also addressing the global issues which are of major concern, right? We are trying our best to attain our sustainable development goals, though as quoted we are lacking in certain sectors, like in terms of world hunger, in terms of world hunger index. We have to put in a little more efforts, but we are pretty sure that with our existing leadership pattern, we would be able to create laurels. That's what we are doing. Thank you so much. Namaste.